Mr. J here. Welcome back to another Frostborn video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the best and cheapest way to do the ship graveyard in Frostborn. And if you didn't know, ship graveyard is the best way to get a bunch of different resources that you're going to need for your district and stuff. Also to get resources and stuff. So all you need here is you'll need the purple protector, the purple protector helmet and shoes. You'll also need the basic shirt and pants. And you need the armor potion, meat, bandages, and you could use speed pod just to get away, to escape. You need armor potions to reduce damage and stuff. You should bring a stun trap, so you can make the stun trap within the engineer's bench, I should say. You're also gonna need the bolas to, keep mobs in place in case that situation arises. But I'll go through the different steps. So definitely stay tuned to this video. Hope this video does help also. So first thing first, as you can see here, you're going to need 550 points to enter. So that's the reason why we did bring the purple protector helmet. Heavy helmet, I should say. And heavy shoes. That's the reason why. The shoes does give extra speed. That's a good reason to also bring the heavy shoes. And you're going to need the cleaver. So the cleaver is specifically to do damage to multiple mobs at the same time. So that's a very good way to use a cleaver. You're gonna get these at ship graveyard here. So one run and you'll have all these resources that I'm showing you here. Then you could just recycle these same personal gear. It's not like you're gonna lose it the first time. So you can go the first time if you're just entering the game here. In ship graveyard, you can go with like a blue gear just to meet 550. Then after that, you'll have these purple gear like the cleaver, a bunch of personal armor and stuff. But I'm gonna show you guys how to what chests you can get, because there are 3 unguarded chests. Sometimes it's guarded, sometimes you'll get lucky and you get 3 unguarded chests. A lot of the times you will get that 3 unguarded chests. So those chests would be the best to get resources from those without fighting any mobs. Those would be the best bet to get like a cleaver or any other helpful resources or armor you can get from those unguarded chests here. Keep in mind, this is a PvP zone, and also within the update you can only get matched with 1 person here, so you won't get matched with 4 persons. As you can see here, this is an unguarded chest, which you do get quite the amount of resources here. You can take those resources if it's needed. So if you need alchemist powder, you can take it. You also do get weapons and stuff, which you can donate these weapons later on once you complete the ship graveyard. All right, so another tip here to fight the mimic is you can use your stun barrier thing, though the stun effect from the thrasher, you can use that within them against the mimic here. So using the cleaver, that's helpful because it does damage here to all 3 mobs here. So you don't have to click to see which one is the real mimic. And we did get a cleaver from the mimic chest. So if that's the case, we're using a blue weapon. You could just equip that cleaver right after here. So I'm going to show you how to deal with this cursed chest. You want to put down a trap right in between, right in the middle here. You want to keep in mind that 2 mobs will spawn, a spy, and also a melee weapon dealer. You want to use the stunning barriers here, which is the stun effect of the thrasher. So you're going to want to go to the end of the chest here. Once you open it, then you start doing attack to the spy. You want to target the spy at first. And also, as you can see here, first thing that you do before the stun of the trap is expired, you want to use your stun barrier. So using your stun barrier, that will prevent the spy from de-equipping your weapon. He will basically remove your weapon for a couple of seconds, I think it's 2 seconds or 3. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you don't want him to de-equip your weapon, because that's where you're gonna lose. You might just die there. This is a very good chest here, and as you can see, there's a possibility of getting a wild horse inside of the cursed chest. Also, we did get a lot of bandages. This is a very good chest here. we did get a lot of helpful resources here. So that's another thing why you should get these cursed chests, is they have a lot of equipments, and from any chests in Shape Graveyard here, it's a possibility to get a wild horse, which is super helpful because it does take 3 days to get it, and for you to get it free within a chest is actually awesome. All right, so I'm going to show you also how to deal with the other chests, how to deal with mobs. So you definitely want to stay tuned within the video here. Also smash like. You want to also smash subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos or tips and tricks on the channel here. All right, so as you can see here, this is an unguarded chest. So you do have these chests, as I said before, 3 of these chests that are scattered on the map. Sometimes it's very close together. You could definitely loot these chests without fighting any mobs. So another tip for Shape Graveyard is that only 2 persons, keep in mind, only 2 persons that spawn into the zone you can fight. So you can long press on the enemy to see what they're wearing, what armor they're wearing, what weapon and what class they're using, and you can also see what mount they're using along with that. So the first thing that you want to do once you enter into a zone with PvP, you want to loot first these chests. So what you could do, you could loot all 3 chests or 1 chest or 2 chests. It depends on the situation. Then you want to leave if you don't want to engage in PvP, because there's a chance that you might lose in PvP. Okay, I want to keep that in mind. Another tip to give is that not every single run you will be successful. You might die. Just to keep, it's a part of the game. You gotta deal with it, bro. Dying is a part of the game. Don't be afraid to die and then get mad. Just keep that in mind, that you might die to PvP. If a person says peace, they don't necessarily mean peace. They will kill you. You don't want to trust anyone in the Ship Graveyard. While some says peace, some persons say peace and they actually don't fight. So you can also, if they say peace, you don't have to agree to peace. But if you guys both agree, that's fine too. So this is how, he did run, but this is how you deal with this navigator here. You want to use that stun barrier to stun the mob. Then it restuns them again once they do any amount of hits, right? Then they're dead. Because this navigator can basically kill you with his skill. So the first thing that you want to do is his first attack is his skill. So you want to dodge the first skill, then he's going to throw that circle thing. Then he's going to do more damage. Just use your stun barrier and you'll take care of him in no time. All right, so this is how you deal with, this is what not to do while getting a chest. So once you place it in the middle of the cursed chest, you don't want to open the cursed chest first face value. You right where the trap is, you don't want to open it right there. You want to go to the side and you want to open it from the side. Once you open it from the side, it's more easier to target the spy. As I said before, that's what you want to target, the spy. And if you don't get the spy, the thing is, let me show you guys here. So this is incorrect. Because first of all, yeah, this is so incorrect. But to save yourself, what you can do is throw these stun barriers. I almost died here, but I got lucky. So yeah, the stun barrier will save you a lot of times. You can mess up. Keep that in mind. It's a high chance that you will mess up once you open the curse chest. But if you target the way that I show you, if you target the chest the correct way, I'm gonna show you another way to be safe. If you're not, if you want to be 100% secure, I'm gonna show you that way also. But what you want to do is just stand at the side of the cursed chest to target both mobs. So if you don't get to press the spy, then if you're hitting the damage dealer, the protector mob, then it will automatically kill the spy, because you're using the cleaver. It would do multi damage here. You also, once you get a dispel, you could keep a dispel in your hotbar. The reason for that is that if you do mess up, because it's a high, you could mess up, okay, until you get it right. So you could keep a dispel in your hotbar to use that dispel to not have that spy do the double damage, because it's best to lose your or use your dispel. Let me show you here first. So just throw up the, the stun barrier to, at first when you're dealing with the spy. That's what you want to do. You want to throw up the stun barrier, then you're good. Just keep doing damage, you're good. But what I was saying is that you want to use your dispel to dispel that spy de-equip skill, where he de-equips your skill. Because if you do get hit with that skill, it could end you, and it's best to use that dispel instead of dying in the zone and losing everything. Because if you do die, you won't, if you die twice, you won't be able to go back. But if you die once, you'll be able to go back. But it's a new zone. But this is the right way to do it. So what you want to do is to put it in the middle. What you can also do is, I'm gonna show you the safe way here. So if you want to be safe and secure, not to lose anything, you want to place a other trap. A lot of people use only one trap, but you could still mess up. Even when I do show you, you could still mess up a little bit. Something might be off or something. Just put another trap right at this section here. So once the spy spawns, the first trap will stun him. And if you forgot to use your stun barrier, then he's gonna disappear and appear right behind you. So if he does that, the trap does save you. Look at this right here. So my back wasn't turned. That's the downside, but you can still use it. As you can see here, I used the dispel because I did mess up a little bit. So it's okay to mess up. Just use the dispel once you get it from the chest. Dispel is pretty expensive, which I wouldn't recommend to use it. But in situations where you have to save your life, I will recommend to use the dispel to not die in the zone. You don't want to die if you already got so much stuff that you could use as useful here. And who knows, you might get back the dispel in another curse chest. This is a nice, decent curse chest. We did get quite the amount of resources, so an okay amount of resources. Keep in mind, you also want to loot all the resources here. You could definitely take the fish glue, the varnish, but I personally have a chest full of it, so I don't need it. That's the only time that you should leave important resources behind, if you have way too much. The only resources here. So as the chests that I spin beside here, those chests are usually unguarded, right? There are 3 chests. Just a quick summary. There's 3 chests that are unguarded in each zone. You could take those 3 chests and leave. Sometimes it's only 2. Sometimes it's only 1 that's unguarded. You can also take care of the mobs by using the stun barrier. The first thing you want to do is to throw that stun barrier, and you should do the right amount of damage to kill them before the stun barrier wears off. That Thrasher skill. You can definitely also use Valkyries if you want to use, or any other class. Even Shaman is a good class to use. You could definitely use that if you want, but I'll recommend to use the Thrasher because it has that skill if you do mess up. So hopefully this video does help. Let me know in the comment section below if this tutorial does help. Appreciate y'all for watching this video, and hopefully you do have a wonderful day, and peace.